My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. Well, in between videos, I decided to go ahead and put on the first coat for the little toy sack, and I'll come back and demonstrate a little later how I did that, but it was similar to how I kind of did the first coats for these other things with the brush that was a little bit wider and used the little bit thinner one to kind of put on the second coat, and we'll do likewise with this. But as for now, I'd like to show you all how we're going to paint this little belted area in the back. And I say for one thing that there's probably some little tools I've got here, some little paint brushes that would work just right for this. And probably for this, it's just best to kind of start out with the thin brush, because this is kind of like a little thinner area of the figure, and kind of like where we just put in little places just to kind of do a little thing or two with what we work with and how we do it, and then just come down to where you kind of make another little fine line down here and come down to this where we come to both sides. We kind of do the sides of the belt first before we do the center, and that kind of makes it so it kind of evens things out good enough to kind of put a place on both sides where it will all just really come together, and I say just put on a little faith and work and other things that we truly need, and come down and just place the little line where it goes right under the toy sack, just to make sure we cover all the bare wood in its own little special sacred place, and get it all where it's just kind of a fine little piece of work. And I'll tell you, I mean, I don't know whether it will be on video or not that I will be doing that part, but unfortunately I will say we have to hold this medicine bottle just to kind of get the paint out of the brush or rinse it out, because it is a little thin bottle and it would tip over too easily if we came too close with it. But there is a certain other shade of tan that I made through the mixing of colors in a different way, which is kind of what we use to work on the little toy sack in the back. So I've just decided I'm going to take this little brush and kind of make gentle strokes over where the big brush has already kind of made the most of the painting, where it's kind of put on the first coat, and with this just kind of make it so it's going to be just one fine little stroke here and there, and come to where we get it in its right place, and see how the little Saint Nick shall turn out to be. So with this being kept in mind, I'd like to show you all special little other steps that shall come along as we move along. So this is just what you see now. It can be a little hard to see from a distance, but I do just want to say that as we get finished with this whole little toy sack, it's going to be kind of a good tan to kind of go with the rest of the brown in the figure. And you know, it's mostly just kind of like shades of tan, brown, and peach that we use in this, because the walnut itself is brown. It's a dark wood, and we're going to try to take a chance to sort of, I say, rinse this little brush out as well. And one little other thing we might kind of work on next will be to try to, and I'll show you all what it is in a moment, kinda, I say, like, use this same little shade of brown to put in the little brown parts of the eyes. And since this Santa does have brown clothing, you can kind of make a Santa with any kind of eyes. For a lot of them, I've given them blue. For some of them, I've given them green. But with this one, brown is best because it is kind of like the color of everything else. And that is where I sort of like put in just a little color, and as it comes down to it, we'll say that this is going to have its time to dry, and we will come back later and kind of put in a little burning to put in the little pupils. And with all this in mind, I say it's just kind of time to take one last step down here where we missed some paint along the little toy sack, and kinda, I say, like, set him aside. We're gonna do a little rinse out of the brush here. It's probably gonna take a few videos to get us through this series, so I think we're gonna try to start to take a break right here and come back on the next. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.